Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I am going to be sharing my top 10 celebrity fragrances. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like the type of content, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave and hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? Like always, I am so happy to have you here with me and I appreciate all of the love and the support. With that said, let's go ahead and let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so today I want to share my top 10 favorite celebrity fragrances. Now, this is my top 10 at this moment because I know that there are some celebrity fragrances that I haven't tried. So this is just my top 10 celebrity fragrances from the ones that I have tried up to now. So I have a little bit of a mix of everything, but for the most part, these are more like everyday type of fragrances. I don't really have any celebrity fragrances that scream out like sexy or date night. So the way that I am going to be showing them to you guys is going to be from least favorite to top favorite. And just because I'm doing it in this order does not mean that I don't love them. Obviously, they are my top celebrity fragrances, so they are all amazing to me. So at number 10 spot, I am going to be talking about Jennifer Lopez, My Glow. And this is a fragrance that I barely ever hear anyone talking about. This is like a woody lavender type of fragrance. So this fragrance, to me, the best way that I can describe it would be woody and lavender. So it has just like a very calming, relaxing, perfect for bedtime effect. And I also love to recommend this fragrance to moms who just had a baby, or if you're like snuggling up with your kids and you don't want to have a fragrance that's just harsh. This to me is just a very calming type of fragrance, but it's still a really nice fragrance that you can wear to go out, or I prefer this for bedtime. I don't really use it to go out, but I feel like if I was to wear this like on an everyday basis, like to run errands, grocery shopping or something, it would actually be quite nice. Now, this one could be a love or a hate for a lot of people because it just has a very unique scent. It's a lot of woodiness and lavender to it. The lavender isn't masculine to me. It's just very comforting. It's aromatic to me. It's just a very soothing, nice fragrance. And I just feel like it's really, really nice to have in my collection for when I just want something that is relaxing. So that is my number 10 spot. This is Jennifer Lopez, My Glow. So number 9 spot for me is Justin Bieber, The Key. And here is the packaging for this one. This one to me, it's fresh, it's clean, but it has like a berry scent to it as well. So this one almost reminds me of like a blueberry type of scent, even though there is no blueberry in here, but it kind of reminds me of like a Jolly Rancher or something like that. It's just very sweet in like a berry way, but fresh and clean, and it just smells like a shampoo. Like to me, this is what like the best shampoo would smell like. If you washed your hair, you're nice and squeaky clean, and you just leave that trail after you got out of the shower. This is kind of like what that makes me think of. It has like this freshness to it and almost like an aquatic feel to it. It just feels very like wet, dewy. Those are the words that I think of when I think of this fragrance, but I just feel like it's so different from many celebrity fragrances. Usually celebrity fragrances kind of stick to the same type of scent, but this one surprised me when I got it. It's just, to me, it's unique. It's really nice. I feel like it's young, not in a juvenile little kid way, but just fresh and bright and pretty, but clean, and it has like this muskiness to it as well, so it makes it a little sexy to me. So yeah, it's a really nice combination of notes, and it's just a beautiful shampoo-y type of fragrance. So this one is my number 9 celebrity fragrance, Justin Bieber, The Key. Up next in my number 8 spot, I have Ariana Grande's Thank You. Next, I don't have the little heart in the packaging because I just prefer to take it out, but here is the bottle. And this to me is just like a beachy tropical coconut type of scent. I know that many people tend to get like a pickle juice with this one, which thankfully I don't get that with this fragrance. I do get a pickle smell with the Marc Jacobs Decadence, which I really like that fragrance if it wasn't for that note that I got, like a sour type of note in that one. But I don't get that in this one, or I haven't up to this point. I just feel like it starts off with that coconut being a bit spicy, but then once it dries down, it becomes the most sweet, creamy coconut scent. It makes me think of like summer, not necessarily. It does make me think of the beach a little bit, but it just makes me think of like sunlight and coconuts and warm weather, vacation type of scent. And it gets sweeter as it dries down. And I just love this fragrance for summertime. So that's why it doesn't have too much of a big dent on this one, because I just kind of leave it for like those summer months. It's just my favorite time to wear it. And this is one of my favorite coconut fragrances. And it also has raspberry and pear in the opening, which gives it a really nice, like juicy, fruity opening. But to me, the coconut and the musk is kind of what sticks out the most on my skin. And it also has a macaroon note in here. So it just makes it a very sweet, girly, coconut creamy fragrance. And I just absolutely love this one. Next up for my number 7 spot, it is Rihanna Nude. And this is the bottle, which I am not a fan of the bottle at all. But this scent is so beautiful. This fragrance has guava in it. So when you spray this fragrance, it's like very tropical, very fruity. The guava is beautiful in the opening. You guys know that I love guava in my fragrances. It's one of those notes that just makes me very happy, takes me back to my childhood. I used to go with my brother and sister into the woods in Puerto Rico and literally go get guavas from the forest or like the woods. And it just takes me back to those days. But as soon as the opening starts drying down, then you start getting the orange blossom in this fragrance, and it turns into like a sweet, floral, sexy type of scent. And it's just beautiful. I love it for bed. I love it for every day. I would go out with this fragrance. It's a little bit musky. It's a little bit powdery. But what sticks out to me the most is the guava in the opening and then the orange blossom, which develops more towards the dry down. And I find this fragrance just stunning for it being a celebrity fragrance. I feel like it's beautiful, has a little bit of sexiness, but it's sweet and fruity at the same time. It's a really, really nice fragrance. And I just love this one so, so much. This next one is one that I need to find a bigger bottle of this, just to have it as a backup, because I think that it is just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and I just can't get enough of this one. And for my number 6 spot, we have Britney Spears' Private Show. And this one is, I believe it's just a 1 fluid ounce. As you can see, it's almost halfway done. And I'm not using it too much because I feel like lately this one and VIP Private Show have become very difficult to just order from any website. I need to check again because I haven't checked in a while. But this one is going to be for those people who love gourmand fragrances, coffee. If you love like tonic fragrances, this has dulce de leche, so it's very sweet. And then you have that coffee in there as well. Creamy. It is so good. I find it sexy. I'm picking up the nectarine today and the clementine. But this has whipped cream, it has nectarine, it has dulce de leche, there's orange blossom, musk, amber. It is such a beautiful fragrance. If I was to smell this without knowing that this was a celebrity fragrance, I would never think it's a celebrity fragrance. It smells so good. It's lactonic, it's creamy, it's gourmand, coffee. You get the coffee note in there, but it's not overpowering. And the dulce de leche just adds the sweetness to the fragrance. It is just beautiful. So as soon as I can get another bottle of this is definitely one that is going to stay in my collection because it's just so beautiful. Up next, we have a beautiful, beautiful celebrity fragrance. This is another one that I don't hear it getting talked about too much. I have heard it here and there, but it's definitely not one of like the popular ones. But I wore this years ago when I was a teenager. I wore it, I believe, in my early 20s as well. And I just remember wearing this in my first job, which was a shoe store. And I worked as a cashier, and it takes me back to that certain point in my life. But this is still by Jennifer Lopez. I've talked about it before on my channel. So this is my number 5 fragrance, and I love this. Now, when I used to wear this back then, I wasn't really into looking up notes. I didn't know what it had in it. I just loved how it made me feel. It didn't make me feel sexy or anything. It just made me feel fresh, clean, pretty. I definitely felt pretty. But now that I'm into looking at the notes and everything, this is just a fresh, spicy, as it says in the main accords. It has a bit of green in it. There's Earl Grey tea in here. There's apple, rice. I mean, there's very like unique notes in here, and it just makes it like a very relaxing, beautiful everyday fragrance. And I also love this for bed. I feel like this is just so beautiful. Jennifer Lopez perfumes are really, really nice. I used to love Glow. I just feel like it's gotten too soapy for me now, and I can't handle it the way that I used to. I used to wear Glow all the time when I was a teenager, but the last time I tried it, it was a little bit too sharp for me. But this one is just amazing. It has like a fresh green quality to it. That tea note is beautiful in here. If you are just that type of person that doesn't like too floral or too gourmand, but you want something that will make you smell nice, clean, fresh, this is definitely one to look into. It's a really nice everyday type of fragrance, and I absolutely love this one. And I do pick up the orange blossom more now than I used to, because now that I know what orange blossom smells like, I pick it up in this one a lot. So that is my number 5 spot, which is still by Jennifer Lopez. For my number 4 spot, I have a KKW fragrance. I never thought that I would love this fragrance as much as I do, and I don't think that it gets, I'm not sure if it's been discontinued or if you can still find it, but I absolutely adore this for summertime. And this is KKW fragrance Body 2. So here is my bottle. Is a little bit beat up. It's like chipping on a few areas, but I mean, the bottle is just stunning. And this to me is just like a perfect fragrance to take if you're going to be staying like at a hotel in the summertime. It's so good. It reminds me of Tom Ford's Soleil Blanc, a more affordable version of that. But for this being a celebrity fragrance, it just smells so just, it's like bougie to me. Like this is like the rich girl at the hotel just sipping on a piña colada by the beach with like the most prettiest bathing suit and a beautiful sun hat, and like her hair is beautifully done even though she's at the beach, which I'm not that girl at all. When I go to the beach, I'm pretty much like wild. I throw myself in the water. If this fragrance had like a vision, that is kind of what I see. But it's like beautiful to just wear in a vacation. If you're going to, you know, when you're in vacation and you go to like a nice breakfast spot or a brunch and you just want to smell really nice, but you want to keep like that tropical vibe going, but you want to smell fancy. This is the type of fragrance that I would go for. There's like white florals in here. I get coconut. It's a little bit creamy, but the florals are still present. And this surprised me so much when it comes to longevity. I wore this and the next day my clothes smelled as if I had just applied it, and I can still smell it on my skin as well. This is a beautiful scent. I think that you have to, I'm not really a white floral type of girl, but the florals that were used in here, I mean, there's neroli in here, and sometimes neroli can bother me, but this is beautiful. This has coconut nectar, neroli, bergamot, mandarin orange, there's ylang ylang, orange blossom, jasmine, but then the base notes is coconut, milk, musk, and ambrette, which I love that combination. It is just like a musky, creamy type of scent. It's gorgeous, and I find this one very, very sexy. I feel like if you're gonna wear this, it's going to make the person that you're with just feel attractive, because it just smells very sexy, very, I'm clean, I'm pretty, and I just look my best type of fragrance. For my number 3 spot for celebrity perfumes is Ari by Ariana Grande. And this fragrance is just, it's getting hard for me to choose them because I just love these so much. So it's hard to put them like one in front of the other. But this to me is the perfect, you know, I'm gonna stay home tonight. I'm gonna cuddle with my boo. We're gonna watch some movies. I'm gonna be wearing like a really cute stay at home set. So it's not, I'm not putting on like my mom PJs for this. I'm putting on like my cute set that I just feel cute in. My hair is done and I just want to be like next to my man and just smell edible. This is raspberry, creamy, sweet. It's kind of like just very creamy and like fluffy. This packaging is just beautiful because this little like fluff ball here, it just, this is what this fragrance makes me feel. You have the fruitiness and the sweetness from the fruits that are in here, but then there's this fluffy creaminess that just makes it so just amazing. This is just so beautiful. Every time that I put this on, it's just sticky sweet. It might be too sweet for some people, but if you love your sweet scents, you're going to love this. This is just like a raspberry marshmallow fluff ball. It's just so good. And when you put it on, it's just perfect to be like my husband loves sweet scents. So this is like the type of scent that when I put it on, he just goes crazy over them. So I definitely recommend Ariana Grande's Ari. And as you can see, there's a lot of Ariana Grande in here because all of the perfumes that almost all, are just amazing. Up next, in my number 2 spot is a fragrance that I did not think I was going to get so obsessed with, and this is R.E.M. by Ariana Grande. This right here is just so beautiful. It's unique. It's a dupe for one of my higher end fragrances. I'm going to let you guys know in a bit, but here is the gorgeous bottle. I love this crystal type of packaging. This also reminds me of my childhood. I used to go again with my brother and my sister here in Puerto Rico, and we would look for quartz behind my grandma's house. It was like this hill and it was filled with quartz. So we would take spoons and we would dig them out, and they would literally just look like this. They were beautiful. And here is the little bottle that it comes with. And this fragrance is relaxing. It's sweet. The lavender gives it a bit of a masculine touch, but in my opinion, it just makes it sexy. It's not masculine where you don't feel feminine and sexy. You just feel like a powerful type of sexy. And the sweetness in it is just perfect. Getting a little off track here, but if you have Bath & Body Works Fireside Flurries, bomb combination. When I put this on and I walked out of the room, my husband I saw his face. He was like, "You smell really good." Like whatever he was thinking at the moment, it totally went off of his mind. My scent did that. So this is so good. This has lavender. I'm gonna let you guys know pretty much. It's very unique. There's fig in here, which I pick up a lot, and I'm pretty sure that that's what adds to the uniqueness of this fragrance. fig, pear blossom, lavender, caramel, salt, quince, saffron, which looks like maybe like some type of dessert. And then you have musk, tonka bean, and sandalwood. It's just this is such an amazing fragrance. And the fragrance that this is a very good dupe of is Replica's Coffee Break. So this doesn't have coffee, so that is the only note in this one that is missing for it to be pretty much Replica Coffee Break. But if you spray them side by side and you smell it dry down, they're very similar, just very relaxing, aromatic scents. This one does have a bit more sexiness to it than Coffee Break, and it just has a bit more sweetness, and I love this. And this is another one that I will repurchase every time that I run out because it's unique enough for me. It's beautiful, and I get compliments on this one. So I know that many people don't like it or they find it too masculine, but I think that this is stunning, stunning fragrance. So this is my number 2, Ariana Grande's REM. And now for my number 1 spot, it's actually 2 fragrances because they're pretty much very similar, and I kind of just classified them as one. So again, we have Ariana Grande, and this is Cloud and Cloud Intense. This is known to be a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. I agree, it has very similar vibes to Baccarat Rouge 540. So as you can see, the original Cloud, I am almost halfway with this one. This is one of my husband's favorite fragrances on me, and he recognizes it when I wear it. And then I recently got the Intense, which is really nice. The original Cloud has lavender, pear, bergamot, whipped cream, praline, coconut, vanilla orchid, musk, and woody notes. The Intense version, they just added cashmere and ambroxan, if I'm not mistaken. So funny story that I have been noticing lately is that they added ambroxan to this one, and Intense is supposed to be pretty much longer lasting. But lately, I think that now that I've been wearing them for a while, I think that I prefer the original Cloud because the ambroxan on my body tends to do that disappearing act where I don't smell it. So I'll spray it, and then all of a sudden I'm just like, where is my fragrance? It's like if I sprayed nothing, because ambroxan for some reason tends to do that to my nose. So there's people that are opposite, and ambroxan they'll smell it on them for hours. So if you are that person, you are so lucky, and I am jealous. But pretty much these two are very, very similar. If you have one, I don't think that you need the other. And if you have the same problem as me with ambroxan, then I would just say to stick to the original one, because I definitely pick up the original one and it's so long lasting on me. And I have to be careful not to spray too much of this because it could be a little bit it could be a lot on me. Now this one tends to kind of, I don't know, I just don't pick it up all day when I wear this one. And I'm kind of mad because my spray nozzle on this one is totally it's not it. It's like it sprays, like squirts out instead of spraying. So I don't know if it's just my bottle or what, but yeah, I feel like the original one also, for some reason, I pick up a little bit more sweetness from it. But this is just a very hard scent for me to describe, but I guess what I will say is that when you wear this, you just smell like a fluffy marshmallow cloud that just has like sweetness, like if it was like a cotton candy marshmallow cloud, something like that. It just smells super sweet, really nice, but it still has a little bit of sexiness to it because it's a little bit musky at the same time. And it's just creamy. It's a little bit like tonic in a way because of that coconut and whipped cream. And this is definitely not something that I expect a celebrity to come out with. So this is very impressive, really, really nice. And that's why it's my number 1. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I want to know what is your favorite celebrity fragrance, or like your top celebrity fragrances. Maybe there are some that I haven't tried and you guys can put me on to those. I love talking to you guys in the comment section. I'm so happy that you spent some time with me today. Thank you so much once again. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video.